What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Daniel MKP channel, and also welcome back to the Leicester City Career Mode series. And in episode 2, we have got some crucial fixtures in our bid to stay in the Championship for season number 2. Up first in the fixtures is Preston North End, which they are trying to push for the playoffs to potentially get into the Premier League. So this was always going to be a difficult match. I mean, straight from the off, Preston just passing the ball around, working it. Osmajic getting the shot off, but Vites, I don't know how to say his name, I'm sorry. I'm very bad with saying names. Pulled off a brilliant save to stop it from happening. And Deco-Reid, great chance to make it 1-0 to Leicester, but squandered it. And Preston then just came over the other end, started attacking again, passing it around our box, honestly just taking the mick out of us. And the goalkeeper is to our rescue again. 57 minutes gone, Preston still the better team. We could not touch the ball at all. Lukovic gets the shot off, nearly scores, but the goalkeeper is equal to it. And we actually had a great chance. Deco-Reid again. Low-driven shot, trying to beat the keeper from that angle, but couldn't do so. And it was inevitably going to happen. Preston North End were obviously going to get the winner with just how much they were just taking the mick out of me, just passing it around. I mean, they just sent my defender to the shops. I thought I won the ball at first, but turns out I wasn't even anywhere near winning the ball. Jebison, keeper thought he was going low, he went high, and he makes it 1-0. Now, just before the full-time whistle, we had a great chance. Daka, heading's clearly not his strong suit, because he put it wide, and that would signal the end of match number 1, and another loss onto our calendar of fixtures. 0 points from potential 3 already. Now, a big match next, because we have got Sheffield Wednesday, who in real life already relegated, but in EAFC 26, they can potentially still stay up, but they're probably down. And it did not get off to a good start. My defender lunged in to try and get the ball, didn't win the ball, mistimed his challenge completely, and Sheffield Wednesday traveled it into the back of the net, which was a bit mental. I mean, I know lower division players can do travellas and stuff, but yeah, I was a bit baffled at the time. 17 minutes gone. Thomas loses the ball in the box. That's not what we wanted. McNeil spins around the defender and gets his shot off. And in 18 minutes, we are 2-0 down to bottom of the league, Sheffield Wednesday. And at this point, you're like, we should be getting relegated. We deserve to be relegated. And not long after the second, they make it a third, which I was in absolute disbelief. I just couldn't believe it. Good chance for Okoli. Does win the header. Can't navigate it around the other side of the post. And on the other end, Ugbo again scores to make it 4-0 Sheffield Wednesday against Leicester City at half time. The second half was kind of a different story though, from what I remember, but not really in the case of how it started, because Jamal Lowe managed to beat his marker and score into the left-hand corner. But Aaron Ramsey managed to get onto the score sheet as Leicester City pull one back. But honestly, that's just one for the fans to celebrate. Jamal Lowe getting past his markers again, makes it 6-1. Not really a good display from us. I'm not going to lie, it was really bad. Really, really, really bad. And from kick-off, I just wanted a full-time whistle, so I kicked it long. Full-time whistle didn't go because it wasn't time for it to go yet, because we had 3 minutes of added time. Valerie messes up his throw. Daka plays it to Aaron Ramsey, and we do get another back to make it 6-2. But again, it's another loss on the board, and it's not good for our survival hopes as we are now 4 points behind Charlton. Now going into this next one, Swansea, who are kind of like mid-table right now, I think. Mid-table, just not really fighting for playoffs, but not anywhere near relegation, so they're just fine, you know. First half, there was absolutely nothing in it. 0-0. I mean, it was an even contest, but yeah, there was nothing really to highlight. But Swansea inevitably would get their shot, would become the better team, as per usual as Leicester City, and they hit the bar. And that was only to signify what was going to come next, as Franco bagged Swansea's first to give them the 1-0 lead in the 68th minute. And 10 minutes later, Vibosnik would have been a penalty if he didn't score. It's a penalty every other week, but obviously it's not a penalty because he scored. Currently the championship's top scorer, if I remember correctly. And same sort of finish for Walter. Again, don't know how to say the names. Rifles it into the top of the net, and it's 3-0 to Swansea. Next match was a big game. Big game. Because if we don't win this game, or even draw, we're in big trouble. Vitesse getting a really good save. Corner whipped in from Portsmouth. We don't clear our lines. Murphy with the volley. And it becomes 1-0 Portsmouth in 12 and a half minutes. And it's not looking good for our survival bid at all. But I was waiting to show you lot this goal, because what a strike from Jordan James from the edge of the box. Crossbar, post and in to give us parity. It was such a good finish. The Leicester fans going mad. And we needed that. We really needed that. This was a good cross from Portsmouth, but Murphy couldn't get his second. Unfortunately for him, but fortunately for us. But Bianchini would coolly slot it into the bottom left corner. Absolute just composure. And just before the half, actually, Macaulay made a foul. It's a free kick to Portsmouth, and Vitesse gets his hand to it. Well, not even just his hand, he gets his fingertips to it. And for the first 15 minutes of the second half, nothing happened. But I mean, what a finish. From a bit out, it was a great finish. And Chaplin seals the deal for Portsmouth, makes it 4-1. And from a Leicester City point of view, and our point of view, we're looking like we're going to go down. And that is not something I want to see. Leicester City down into League One is terrible. And if we fail to win all of our last 3 matches, even if we drop points in one of them, we are down. There's nothing we can do about it. If we drop points in one of our last 3, we are down to EFL League One. And it doesn't help that we're against playoff contenders Hull City. And to start off the game, it was just Hull pressure. And they would eventually get their opener 13 and a half minutes in, and it's not looking good. It really isn't. And then Ricardo Pereira, I don't know what he's doing. He decides to bloody push the Hull attacker over. And I'm pretty certain, it's just a silly challenge. So Hull, Ollie McBurney to extend Hull City's lead and pretty much send us down to the 3rd tier of English football. Slots it in, sends the keeper the wrong way, and there's nothing we can do about that. Ollie McBurney, 28th minute, makes it 2-0. And Pereira, man. You've had a bad game. You've had an absolute stinker. Even when you're captain as well, you've had a stinker. Ollie McBurney was through in on goal. He makes the challenge. And we are now down to 10 men, 2-0 down. and we could be down into League One. Now, Macaulay could have given a web penalty here, but he didn't. It was a great challenge. Dowell passes it to McBurney. McBurney dribbles, does the skill moves, and Nelson does not time his challenge to perfection, is how I'll put it. Doesn't time his challenge to perfection, takes down his man, gets booked for it, and it's another Hull City penalty. And you can tell the pressure was getting to us. So 10 men down, Hull to make it 3-0, and they do so. They go down the same side again. McBurney gets his second of the game, and it's looking like we're going to go down, but we get a lifeline. Patson Daka manages to strike one for us, but it's other end, Kumas, I don't know how he scores that, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how keeper hasn't saved that. But Lewis Kumas, the Liverpool loanee, has made it 4-1. And Gelhardt plays it through to Kumas again, and he makes it 5-1. And that pretty much seals our relegation to League One. Now, just before the full-time whistle, Dowell played it through to Gelhardt, who manages to score the tap-in. And it's relegation for Leicester City down to League One. I mean, the performances have not been good. We've been losing constantly. And don't ask me why the Leicester fans are celebrating us going down. It should be the other way. Hull celebrating us going down, but for some reason we're celebrating us going down. But for Leicester City, in the 26-27 season, it is League One football. But we have still got 2 games to play. So this is not the end of the episode. There we go. Social media, ESPN Football Club, well FC, saying we're officially relegated. And guess who we've got next? Millwall, also promotion hopefuls. And they're looking to potentially go and get playoffs and win the playoffs. And they strengthen their position in the playoffs as they go 1-0 up against us. Not much really. I mean, it's another good finish to make it 2-0 from Millwall. And with our recent performances, you can probably say we're not coming back from this. We're not even going to score, really. And as proven, we didn't score. We ended 2-0 Millwall. And now, because for this last match, I just couldn't be bothered playing it, because I was just so deflated, I decided to tactical view it. And keeper, I'm not going to lie, should be saving this. He should be. It's Stolar in goal. Is it Stolarcic? I don't say his name again, but he should be saving that, personally. 73 minutes in. Blackburn on the counter-attack. Defenders can't mark him properly to tap in. And Gardner Hackman, I think is what that name was. No, Hickman, sorry. Scores the tap in. And in the final day of the championship season, it's looking like we're going to be finishing the season on a loss. And since we got appointed as Leicester manager, it's 1 win, 1 draw, and 12 losses. Now that's it for season number 1, and honestly, just to put the salt in the wounds, 2 players got injured. Not important players, but still 2 players got injured. Millwall got promoted, so we did get beat by someone who is in the Premier League now. Sheffield Wednesday, me, Oxford, all got relegated. And as for the Premier League, Arsenal went on to win that. Now, if you all enjoyed these first 2 episodes, please like and subscribe. And if you would like to see season number 2, where we will take on the EFL League One, where we won't be playing Luton or Cardiff. But yeah, see you on the next episode. Peace.